I's to buy the bills of boat, and I's to buy the sails, and I's to buy the catches the fish and brings them home to Liza. Hip your partner Sally T-Bow, hip your partner Sally Brown, for the twinning important harbor all around the circle.
That is Great Big Sea. I actually went to school with the lead singer, Ellen Doyle. They are fantastic, so please check them out if you feel like it. That's where I get my Irish twang. I'm from Newfoundland. I had a lot of people ask me questions, so I thought I'd just answer 2 or 3 just off the top. I'm from Newfoundland, and our accent is very, very Irish, so that's why I had the little Irish twang. My name is Nina. My mother named me that after my aunt. And the reason why I call myself Nine is because growing up, everybody called me Nine. I guess it's a natural extension of my name. And I, back in, 70s, 80s, there used to be a show called Get Smart, and they had 99 there. So for years I was called 99, then it kind of went into 9. And anytime anybody wants to get on my good side, they'll go, 90, please. So that's where the 9 comes from. And I have our candle lit for each and every one of us. So guys, I hope you're feeling well, doing well. Thank you so much for all the kind comments. I can't carry a tune, so I just thought it was funny that y'all were just so kind and sweet to me. I appreciate it. And as you can see, and I'm sure you can hear the birds, they're on cue, it is 4 a.m. I literally had to take a little time away from the internet, from my phone, because it felt really heavy. The vibration has been really heavy the last few days. You know when it's going to rain and you feel this like thickness in the air? You can almost feel the rain in the air. Well, that's the kind of heaviness I was feeling. And I thought I need to take a little break just to give myself a breather. And during that time, I looked up a lot about the new moon and everything else that's coming. So June 21st, 2020, we have a new moon, which is a solar eclipse at the same time, and it's in Gemini, Cancer, which is representative of the U.S. So this is going to strongly affect the U.S. I think it starts in Australia like June 20th and then the 21st. So wherever your new moon is, appreciate that numerology speaking, June 21st is represented by a 9. So that's endings. And now that's a good thing because it means that we are at the end of something, and that means a new beginning is on the horizon. But it's also affecting 2020, which is 4, which is stability. So there's going to be a breakdown of stability. There's going to be a breakdown in a lot of the structures that we have around. We're already seeing it. There's protests on the streets, and they're not going away anytime soon. So with this time of the new moon, with the moon is very internal. It's about our personal internal emotions, what we feel personally. And the sun is sort of the outside environment. And because of this, we are going to have a real overflow of emotion, even more than what we've already had. So there's going to be, unfortunately, more destruction, more change of that way, but that has to happen. You have to take down the old way to make room for the new. So this is something that we all have to kind of slowly, everybody has to kind of come into that feeling of change. But at the same time, this is a great time to kind of settle the scores, look at what has been and say, you know what, this is working for me, I want to keep it. This is not working for me, that needs to be removed from my life. This is a time when if you've realized during this time that, hey, I don't want to do this job, I want to do something else, or whatever it is, the new moon, the eclipse, is a great time for manifesting, for putting out your intentions and receiving them. So be really cautious of how your emotions are, because when we're highly emotional, it changes our judgment. And that is not always a good thing. So understand that it's going to continue, this illusion, delusion, misinformation. This is going to happen for the next little while. So I hope that you take that on a personal level and really take it in, because this is going to be a highly emotional time. And, you know, when you're dealing with your loved ones and you're dealing with the people around you, it's easy to get highly emotional, especially when we're talking about politics or, you know, religion or any of those big subjects, especially in this climate right now. So think about it before you say things. And especially if it's somebody that you love and is important in your life, think to yourself, am I saying what I want to say, or am I emotionally charged on this? Because I think we all need to kind of take a deep breath, and there's just so much happening. There's so much change happening, but through it all is that thread of like, oh, something good's going to happen. So I thought, let's have a look into Donald Trump's health. I got a couple of emails asking me about Donald Trump's health. Now, I will qualify this by saying I don't ever say, oh, somebody's going to die. So I've been asked a few times, like, do you think Donald Trump's going to die? I don't believe, as a person, as a tarot reader, that we have any right to say somebody's going to die at any particular time. A doctor can't even tell you that. The fact is that the human spirit is an amazing thing, and I was born into, like, my dad was 50 when I was born. So I kind of came into an older family. The first 10 years of my life, I saw a lot of loss. And then when I hit 19, I went into home care, nursing, and I specialized in palliative care and in Alzheimer's. And I can guarantee you that I've seen doctors say, oh, you know, her time is limited, and my client lived for another 2 years. So when it comes to predictions of death, I don't deal with that. That's not my place. And we've talked about this before. We're energy. We come from energy. We go back to energy. It can't be destroyed. It can't be created. So we flow from our spirit to our human being, and therefore death is nothing to be fearful of. It's not, nobody goes to hell or anything like that. We're just on different vibrations, and we're learning at different rates. So just as a little side note, because I don't answer those kind of questions, because I don't feel that any of us are in a position to be able to do that. But I can look at Ani's health and see what's happening. So let's have a quick look. Ooh. Okay. So we have the Three of Swords. This is to do with blood flow, with the heart. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying like a possible heart attack, possible stroke. This is heart-related pain. So, back in November, he had stopped off at the Walter Reed, and nobody knows why. He also had somebody break into his doctor's office and stole all his medical reports. This is a case of they are already doing tests. They already know something. Whatever it is, they already know what it is, and there's going to be continued testing for it. The Star. So it's going to be a case of, yes, there's a medical issue there. But it also, this card to me is sort of like, yes, there's something wrong. We all know there's some physical malady, there's some mental malady there. But the Star says, look, no matter what it is, and yes, there is something, he'll push through it. So I'm thinking, yes, there is something wrong. And I mean, I've said before that I definitely see in these cards possible drug use. And if you use prescription drugs or regular drugs or what have you, at some point it really can play havoc. And can you imagine the amount of stress and pressure he's under? So all of that with his diet and everything else, no wonder he's having a difficult time of it. And I don't believe that has anything to do with his age, because I've seen older people be able to run circles around me. So I don't think it has to do specifically with his age. I think he has medical issues, and he knew about this back in November. But he'll keep pushing through it. He's got the Star, so that is sort of like feeling it and doing it anyway kind of thing. So I know this is kind of like going from one subject to a completely different subject. I hope you could hear the little birds tweeting and everything. Everybody's waking up. um, I love that. Actually, that's exactly what we're doing through this process. We are waking up. Isn't that gorgeous? One of the things that I wanted to look into, because I had a couple of comments ask me about Kelly Ann Conway. And is it possible that she could be the spy in the camp or one of them? Because I don't think there's just one person. I think there's multitude of them. So I know back like before, when I can't remember who she was campaigning for. Was it Ted Cruz or somebody like that? And she was anti-Trump. And then all of a sudden she joins Trump's camp. And this is the part that doesn't make sense to me. The fact that her husband is the anti-Trump and Trump attacks her husband. And I think he gets these jollies off it because it's sort of like, yeah, I got your wife in my pocket. But I kind of feel like, wouldn't that make you question more? So I kind of look at her with suspicion. And I thought, I've done her readings before prior to me ever coming on the YouTube channel, because that was my fun. So I thought, let's have a look. I won't say what my other reading said. Let's just go straight from these cards and see what the cards have to say for themselves. Let's look at Kelly Ann Conway. Is she a possible spy in the Trump camp? Let's have a little gander at her. Ooh. Well, okay. The overall card is the Fool. So this is sort of, to me, this is Kelly Ann, and she's on the mountain. She's on the cliff. She's on the hill. And if she takes one step too far, she'll be caught. She'll be the fool who falls down. Then we have the Emperor. This could be sort of like a two-tone. This could be representing her husband, and this is also representing Donald Trump. It's sort of like she has these major men who have roles in her life. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, who likes to give info. I'm thinking that, because see, when you see the bird here, this is where she has her little talk. She tells information to the bird. This is chattering. I'm thinking that she is probably the person who leaks things and does it undercover, and there's probably more people than her that are doing it. And then the end card, I got my High Priestess. Kelly Ann Conway is keeping secrets. If I, looking at these cards, if somebody said, do you think Kelly Ann is a spy? I would say yes. Especially because we have this High Priestess. She has information and secrets that she is not ready to tell. But interestingly enough, you see the moon in here. So maybe this is going to come out, because this is 2020. So if she has been playing both sides, then that would have to come out. Oh, she could actually be the Fool. That's a very, interesting. This could actually be. Holy sugar. Wouldn't that be just the most? And for her to have been so close to Donald Trump and being an extreme confidant, then there's a lot of info that she would know. That's super interesting. All right. I am tired. I just thought I'd hook in, do a quick little video. And now you can see the sky is getting bluer and morning's gonna start. So I'm gonna go in and take a little nap before everybody wakes me up. So guys, as always, I thank each and every one of you for your time. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and share, because that helps out the channel. And I'm just so grateful that I have you to come talk and spend time with. So I really appreciate it. Wishing you health and light for your darkness. Take care.